Good morning, everyone. I'm here to discuss and present to you the details and the photos and videos of the movable floating platform that we are now monitoring in Bajo de Masinloc. But before that, I would like to highlight the fact that Bajo de Masinloc, as a backgrounder, only has a distance of 119.65 nautical miles away from the coast of Zambales, specifically Palawig, Zambales. And it has an approximate distance of 500 nautical miles away from Hainan, which is the southernmost territory of the People's Republic of China. At least this is our baseline on our position in Bajo de Masinloc. And secondly, Bajo de Masinloc falls within our own exclusive economic zone. It only has a distance of 119 nautical miles. This is the photo of the movable floating platform that we are currently monitoring in Bajo de Masinloc. It has a deck area of approximately 30 square meters. Roughly, the dimensions are 5 meter to 6 to 7 meter in length. If you can notice, it is surrounded by fenders, meaning it protects the platform from bumping towards the vessel that will tow or run alongside the platform each time that it will be moved from one point to another. When we first saw this, it is anchored and it is floating during that time. No? And there are 4 metal poles that you can see on each corner, and we believe that these are metal stilts that are being used every time that this platform is going to be placed stationary in one particular location. Now, how did we monitor this movable floating platform? In May 20, this is our baseline because in May 20, according to a commercial satellite imagery, there was no presence of man-made structure at the opening or entrance of Bajo de Masinloc. Based on available satellite imagery, you cannot see anything during that time. In May 21, we were able to document the presence of 2 Chinese research vessels, the Yusha UG 20028 and Yuzhan UK 6, that are there at the entrance of the shoal. We are suspecting that these 2 Chinese research vessels are those responsible in bringing the platform in the entrance of southeast of Bajo de Masinloc. Because by May 25, based on the satellite imagery, commercial satellite imagery, we were able to document a square object near the southeast entrance. This was the first indication that there was a structure at the opening of Bajo de Masinloc, or a platform. By May 26, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources conducted an MDA routine flight in Bajo de Masinloc. And this was the first photo that was given to us and gathered by the national government. By May 28, the Philippine Coast Guard did another MDA flight, and we did low altitude flight to make sure that we can be able to capture and document this movable platform. And while we were doing an MDA flight, a PLA Navy helicopter also intercepted or tried to harass the Philippine Coast Guard aircraft in May 28. And the MDA flight became a daily routine for the Philippine Coast Guard. The intention of Admiral Loni Hilgavan is to document the development that are being conducted by the People's Republic of China since we documented the presence of this movable platform. By May 29, we did another MDA flight, and we once again documented the presence of these 2 Chinese research vessels that we first saw in last May 25 through the satellite imagery. And we saw another buoy at the northern part of the shoal. By May 30, we did another MDA flight, and we documented the presence of six personnel, six Chinese national standing on the deck of the movable platform. And at the same time, we also documented a Chinese rubber boat installing an antenna in one of the rocks near the entrance of Bajo de Masinloc. In this particular MDA flight, we were not just harassed by a PLA Navy helicopter. The Chinese government decided to send a fighter jet to harass and bully the Philippine Coast Guard aircraft while we are conducting this routine MDA flight. By May 31, through the assets of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, and the Philippine Coast Guard, we were able to come up this MDA path covering the entire shoal of Bajo de Masinloc. We would like to confirm whether there are other antenna or buoys that were installed and whether the movable platform is already moving to other locations. And on May 31, we were able to observe 4 significant changes. The first one is that we saw an unidentified floating object, like a container drum, this one. And then the second one, we also documented a possible antenna structure on the southern part of the opening. And then we also noticed that the movable platform left from the opening of Bajo de Masinloc, from the entrance, moving inside the shoal. And it is supported by 2 service boats of the People's Republic of China. And it is we think that they are like 12 to 15 Chinese personnel who are on board these service boats and the platform while they were doing the intention to move the platform from the entrance inside the shoal. At the same time, we also saw an additional floating buoy on the northern part of Bajo de Masinloc. So, not just from the Philippine Coast Guard, but even the Armed Forces of the Philippines and BFAR confirmed that all of this 4 were also documented on that particular day. And on May 30, a day after that, these are the 2 things that we monitored. The floating buoy also up north, and the antenna that they installed on the rock at the south entrance. And of course, you can remember that these 2 buoys, with the media who joined our MDA flights before, these buoys were installed as early as October 2025. Now, once again, I would like to reiterate that Bajo de Masinloc only has a distance of 119 nautical miles from Palawig, Zambales, while it has an approximate distance of 500 nautical miles away from Hainan, the People's Republic of China. Thank you.
At this point, I will give the floor to Yusek Alexander S. Lopez of the National Maritime Council.
Thank you very much, ADG Valencia. Well, first of all, I'd like to stress that the National Maritime Council, first of all, I'd like to stress that the National Task Force in the West Philippine Sea is a facility of the National Maritime Council, and the press briefing we are having right now is basically on the operational side. So any questions on the policy side, I would gladly answer them, and all the operational questions will be handled by the NTF together with the Armed Forces and Department of Foreign Affairs on the operational side. I just wanted to add to what Admiral Terrelas mentioned a while ago, the significance of Bajo de Masinloc. As per UNCLOS, basically the coastal state exercises sovereignty and sovereign rights over its area, the basis of which is the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. Bajo de Masinloc is well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, as against the southernmost territory of China, which is Hainan, which is more than 500 nautical miles. So in short, whatever they do here, activities are all deemed unauthorized and illegal. And what Admiral Terry has shown a while ago, activities at Bajo de Masinloc are all unauthorized. Thank you.
We're now going to open the floor for questions. Please raise your hand, introduce your name, and of course the news outlet that you belong to. Miss Ma'am Marisol. Bias ako kay ma'am kasi naging instructor ko si ma'am sa PMA.
Power sa teacher. Good morning, mga sir. I'm Marisol Abdurrahman from GMA News. How do you see this action of China now? Kasi we believe, ito po yung first time na gumawa sila ng gantong construction that we understand is moving and floating. Tama po ba, General Tariela? First, ito sa Bajo de Masinloc. As far as NTF, WPS is concerned, first recorded nyo po ito na merong structure doon?
Your question, ma'am, is whether this is the first time?
Yes, opo.
Yes, this is the first time that we documented a movable platform that was placed in Bajo de Masinloc.
So how do you see it? Like ano bang nakikita niyo dito sa ginawang ito ng China?
I would like to refer the question to Yusek Lopez of the National Maritime Council, sir.
Hello. Well, basically, we see that in general, these are all data gathering activities of the People's Republic of China, the government of China. And for whatever it's worth, it is part of our continuing effort, monitoring and seeing what are being developed there, and that will be the basis of our forthcoming appropriate actions.
Do you also this, sir, as parang there's strong claim in that territory? Because we know they've been doing research in the area, but having this floating construction there or structures, do you see this also as their way of asserting their claim in the area?
No. Again, I have mentioned a while ago, the basis of all of these things, legal basis, is the UNCLOS. And that's why in our context a while ago, we have mentioned the significance of where Bajo de Masinloc is. It's well within Philippines' exclusive economic zone and well beyond China's exclusive economic zone. So whatever they do in Bajo de Masinloc and other areas of the West Philippine Sea are all deemed unauthorized and illegal.
Yes, we understand that, sir. So ito ay pure research lang ang kanilang
Ma'am, last
purpose
na
doon.
yan.
Opo, last na po. Sorry,
Follow
sir.
up.
So yun lang po ang nakikita ninyo, Yusek Lopez. It's just research and this is not their way of asserting their claim in the territory.
Well, again, forthcoming activities will be properly assessed.
Okay, promise last, isa na to. Sir, we understand the diplomatic protests that we have been doing against China, pero you mentioned that this is clearly ours, di ba? Within the Philippine territory. What other moves have you done? Like, hindi ba natin sila pwedeng tabuyin kung clearly they are inside our territory? I mean, we understand the diplomatic protests, pero may ginawa tayong way at least to yung ginagawa usually ng Coast Guard, Rear Admiral Tariela, yung itaboy sila kasi nasa loob nga sila ng teritoryo. Did we do that this time?
I can only speak for the Philippine Coast Guard, and then later I'm going to pass the floor to Admiral Trinidad also to discuss the armed forces of the Philippines. The Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard, Admiral Loni Hilgaban, as part of his commitment to the President and of course the Filipino people, is that we are still consistently carrying out routine maritime domain awareness flight over Bajo de Masinloc and challenging the presence of the Chinese government, whether in the form of the Chinese research vessels or China Coast Guard. At the same time, in addition to that, we're also continuously conducting sovereignty patrols, challenging the presence of the Chinese government. Admiral Trinidad, sir.
Yes, thank you, Jay.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes, thank you. From the side of the AFP, for this year, for the month of May and June, the AFP has conducted a total of 42 maritime patrols consisting of 35 by sea and 7 by air over the Northern Luzon Command area of responsibility. Likewise, for the year 2026, we have conducted 6 NMCAs, BMCAs, 3 multilateral, and 3 bilateral. These were also within the area. 3 of these were within the area of Northern Luzon Command. With this development in Bajo de Masinloc, the AFP will keep performing its mandate. We will continue patrolling the seas, flying the skies. In fact, it was a collaborative effort of the AFP and the Coast Guard to include BFAR that we were able to piece together the bigger picture of what is happening in Bajo de Masinloc.
Of course, ma'am, they are always challenged, and they were yes. Challenging them is, of course, equivalent to driving them away. Next, yes.
Hi, good morning. Jonah from Asahi Shimbun. China announced last year that it would establish a nature reserve in Scarborough Shoal. How do you see or how do you view the connection between this structure and that plan to establish a nature reserve? Question number 2. Was there any previous structure or anything that we monitored in Scarborough Shoal maybe 3 years ago, or is this the very first time that we saw something inside the shoal?
I think the mere fact that we do not recognize the nature reserve of the People's Republic of China, we don't want to respond to that question because it is something that we do not recognize. No. Secondly, as to their intention, that would still be speculative. The objective of our press conference is just to present the facts.